Hello, everybody. Welcome to this race. My name is Emmett Cartridge. I'm with Twin on Comms. We've got a really exciting match today. We have AceZer0 versus Nikplayer in the Super Metroid Randomizer 2025 tournament for Speedgaming Live Online featuring the Dash Randomizer. Twin, how are you doing?
Other than allergies killing me, I'm doing great. I'm excited for this. This is my first commentary for a randomizer of this game. So I am going to probably be asking a lot of questions.
Well, that's okay, because I believe in myself to give a lot of answers. Should be good time. This is a match in some group. There are 8 groups in this tournament. We're doing a double round robin group stage. Oh my gosh, which group is it? Actually, don't know.
I can't keep track of
Yeah,
any
it's
of it.
okay. I'm
It's
just
a
trying
pretty
to.
big. It's a
Okay, yeah,
pretty
this is a
big
group E
group.
match. Yeah,
Okay.
there's 5 groups of 5 and 5 groups of 4. So
Okay.
these two are both in Group E. I believe Nikplayer is the first seed and Ace is the second in that group, but I could
Okay.
be wrong on that. Nikplayer is a really strong player. He's been kind of undersold for a little bit, but he placed top 4 in the mystery tournament and only lost to Kip, who eventually took second place. So just really, really strong player. AceZer0
Very.
also, she is a really strong player. Played a lot of Super Metroid for a long time, and then took a little hiatus after roughly after SGLIVE last year. So hasn't been playing for about 6 months, but came back recently for the tournament. So we'll see how it sorts out.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I believe
So, oh, go
Ace
ahead.
doesn't move. Sorry, I just wanted to say that. Go ahead.
Um, so explain to me, are the majors just shuffled in this, or
Okay.
like,
So yeah. So the way it works is this is major minor randomization. There are 2 pools of items. There's the major pool, which has all the major upgrades like the morph ball, the gravity suit, the beams, all that stuff. Also has all energy tanks and all reserve tanks, one of which is removed. One of the reserves is removed to make room for the special extra major item double jump that is in these settings, which does
okay.
that says on the tin. Those are all shuffled between their vanilla locations. Um, so, like, you'll have a major at Ice Beam and a major at Speed Booster and all that stuff. And then the minor items are shuffled between all the other locations. So, which are the missiles, the super missiles, and the power bombs. And
Okay.
yeah, that is pretty much how it works. You can count on all those to be exactly the same, but they're all randomized. So like we'll find a missile here, and it's a power pump in the vanilla game, and that's fine.
Gotcha. Okay, so earlier you were saying that because we have power bombs, we're gonna check this entrance. Oh, and we've got a
Yep.
Meridia.
Yeah, this is top of West Meridia. Nick is farming a power bomb. This is smart. These
Okay.
jobs are roughly 50-50 to drop a power bomb. It's not quite 50-50, but it's actually a pretty good move. I should do it, TBH.
Okay.
But yeah, does take a hit from that side hopper. Not a big deal. They have an E-Tank to start with, as well as their Morph Ball, so taking a hit is not the end of the world. But now, Nikplayer is a little ahead because he Moonfalled and Ace did not, and Ace is also down a Power Bomb, which will be interesting. So now, the implication of this, since they didn't get to follow that portal, with that extra power bomb, Nick will get to check this item here, and obviously Ace will as well. And then Nick will not have to refill the ship to go west. Nick can just
Okay.
go to the west criteria area after checking Bomb Terizo and not have to spend time going back to the ship and then refilling the ship and then going back to the west area. So it'll be a nice early lead for Nick. So really a heads up play.
And at this level, those little plays can add up.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of stuff in Rando can be decided by movement or being able to do some trick, but also just little heads-up plays like that, like getting a power bomb when you can, um, just to make this more efficient routing possible, is really all of what makes area Rando interesting, and just being able to weigh decisions and decide quickly which pathing is better. There's a lot of depth to the way this Rando works.
Okay. Another just general question. Are heat runs in logic or like expected of these players to do?
Yes. So the logic for Dash Randomizer is a set logic. We don't have a bunch of toggles like Map Rando has, for those who are familiar with that. But what we have is you're expected to do a bunch of fairly trivial quote-unquote tricks, like Mock Ball, the Wavegate glitch to get the Wavegate E-Tank without high jump or wave. You're expected to do hell runs throughout Upper Norfair on various amounts of tanks, which how many tanks it is depends on which hell run is being considered. No Lower Norfair hell runs are expected. Your barrier will never be in Lower Norfair or behind anything there. And then you are expected to do some amount of Suitless Meridia, including maneuvering down West Meridia without like high jump. And you're expected to be able to get to Bottoon E-Tank in East Meridia. But that's pretty much it. And then there's other stuff that's like fairly standard, like CWJ across Moat and a few other things.
So Nick just checked the Turian entrance and ended up with an elevator.
Yep. So yeah, in the top right, it'll show what areas they're in. So Nick found the top right, the top left of Green Brinstar, which is probably the single best portal he could have found. Ace obviously also found it because they're doing the same portal checks. But we've got so far we have Meme Route at top right of West Meridia, and then we have G4 going to top of Green Bryn, and the Kego portal going to back of LN. Both of which are like really powerful portals to know. The LN portal will be relevant a lot later when we're considering doing that, but this Green Bryn Star is just great to get to dive into right now. Get a bunch of checks out of the way.
With those high jump boots, does that put the... I guess we already checked that portal. No. So there's the portal in Green Hill Zone.
Yep.
The power bomb. They'll be able to check that with high jump boots. Correct?
They'll be able to check that without high jump boots, but yes,
okay.
It does help getting up there. There are a couple area patches that are added to the game to make certain portals more friendly to check, and that is one of them.
Okay.
So you'll notice every portal is a two-way. Like you can, if you check it, you can immediately turn around and leave if you want to.
Okay.
So like
you won't be like locked out or anything.
Yep. So like, there's no crumble blocks in single chamber. There's what's some other ones? Yeah, I think the only notable exception to that is the crab hole portal in West Meridia, which you do need to drop into and sometimes not expect to be able to leave. But there's no gate in the one Red Brinstar portal above Crate at the bottom. That portal is a notable two-way, but it would not be in vanilla.
Okay, so next question is the ammo situation, whether it's beams or just straight up ammo for Mother Brain.
Yeah.
When do you start making those decisions?
So I am from the school of Zeb. He's who I learned how to be good at area from. So the way I do it, which is not the end all be all, but I think it's the best way, is to basically in Major Minor pretend charge does not exist until it shows up in your face, and check reasonable ammo like basically how Nick is playing it.
Gotcha.
The entire time until Charge shows up. And really just hope Charge doesn't show up, honestly, because it makes my life a lot easier. Ace is going a lot more aggressive in the early game, and it is actually saving her a quite bit of time. She skips the Etiquette super check and the Mission Impossible outside missile check, and that caught her up a lot entering the Wavegate item. So the problem is now that Nikplayer is up a super and a power bomb from those two checks, which is a pretty big difference in ammo, especially this early. But
Yeah, those supers will come into play once we find some of the bosses.
yeah, also it's just nice to not have to farm as much. Just like traversing through the areas. But generally, you just want to like keep your supers at as high of a level as they can be at reasonably. Just like by like farming the what are they called? Cack attacks in like green. Well, yeah, Bubble Mountain. I was thinking New Bridge because that's the
Okay. Yeah.
about to be here. But yeah, all those things, just little ammo management things along the way. We've got front of ship here.
Yeah, leading into the ocean. Which Nick has chosen to check that over Ace, who has decided to go back to Green Bryn and just continue on.
Yeah. So these are actually both good plays. I would personally be in Nick's shoes because this minor check is really just a thinking minor. You just do it because you don't have to use your brain to do it. And you can still make either decision, which is to check the boss, which is what Nick is doing, and to not check the boss, which is what Ace is doing.
Okay.
Ace gets to check this other portal here now, which is front of East, so I wonder if she'll go back and check front of ship now. I think you do, because you've got high jump. So what you can... Sorry, go ahead.
Wait a second. Nick is in Rex ship, and he hasn't beat the boss yet, but that save is on?
Yep, that's a random patch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that save is... Yeah, in the vanilla game, that save is off, but in Rando, we've changed it so that save is on. You'll also notice that you can get to the back of ship without like having to kill the boss. There'll be certain doors that are blue, and it's Ridley. It's always Ridley in ship. So obviously, we are not killing Ridley on this loadout. That is simply not happening. There's just no way it's happening on this. That's just how it goes. Because of an area random patch, Nick can go to the back of ship in logic on this equipment. And I was going to say, I wonder if that's what he's going to do, but it looks like he's going to choose to go all the way back through Greenburn and, like, all the way back out of ship and through Greenburn and across Criteria to the other reasonable portals.
Okay.
Which is, like, fine. I think it's just fine. The problem is that there's so many portals that are good out the back of ship, and it's like a potential chance to get a Turian or a Kraid. Oh no, never mind. Nick doesn't know what this portal is. I'm losing my mind. Yeah, no, this is definitely correct. This portal is way better than back of ship right now. I would honestly say Ace is hoping for a boss she can't kill right here because she's on 0 power bombs and would be dependent on.
Oh, she's gonna take a death.
Yeah, just decides to take a death rather than resetting. I should really time out dying versus resetting because I haven't, and I really need to. But
okay, so we've checked all of the Green Bryn entrances and everything. So, where do you think Nick is going to go from here?
So there are there's 3 sets of portals that are available in theory. There's the back of ship portal, which is what Ace is doing, which I think is very reasonable given her certain given her circumstances. What Nick is doing, since he's no longer in ship, the back of ship portal is just way worse for him. So he's going to go back through Green Bryn. So he's back in Criteria. And then he's going to go to the right side of Criteria and do those 2 portals, is my guess.
Okay.
And if those portals don't pan out, now that he has high jump, he can get out of the initial area in Pre-Aqueduct at Retro Bryn. So he can do those portals afterward with like a reset back to the ship if the East Criteria portals don't pan out. But he will be hoping to not do that. But
without gravity, this check that Ace is doing just seems so slow.
it's not great, but that room is the only room that gets slowed down. And like this is slow, but like Nikplayer still has another like 20, 30 seconds before he's at the portals that he wants to check.
Okay.
And Ace is
Uh-oh.
getting owned by that crab.
No, not the crabs.
Yeah. Your hitbox increases really fast when you unmorph like that. So she just gets owned like that. Because he also deals 1 billion damage.
So, could Nick technically check Gauntlet here?
He could.
With that screw attack and the power bombs?
Yeah. It's totally a thing he can do. The problem with Gauntlet is in these settings, there's a setting called Suit Restriction, which prevents the suits from being in Criteria. Oh, do we have controller problems with Ace? I'm worrying that her standing still is a problem. Okay, Nick finds Crab Hole in West.
Yeah, that's concerning.
Yeah, hopefully she can fix that out. Just really sucks to have technical issues in your first tournament race in a while.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But it is what it is. Nick is trying to springball over moat, which is in theory more reliable than CWJing. The problem is you get a lot less practice with it compared to walling. So.
Oh,
and he unmorphed. I think maybe if he didn't unmorph, that could have worked, but.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. So.
Yeah, it's some old rando tech, and we find Turian. So these portals suck. These are the portals he was hoping to find, but he can do a double springball jump out of Crab Hole and check Main Street. Which, though it's bad, I was gonna say it's better than any other option he has. But he can just do the same. He can check the same portal from Nemo, which is the illogic way to do it. That is probably what he's going to end up doing.
Okay, looks like Ace has got her controller situation figured out for now. Let's hope it stays that way. And she's heading straight back to the back of Wreck Ship.
Yeah, I think this is still correct. Sucks me have equipment time losses like that, but it is what it is. Nick was going to go down to meme route and then realized that he can double springball jump up from Crab Hole, I think. So, is running all the way back, which really does not feel good. Just to feel so committed to this bad option and then realize that you missed out on the way better option.
That's the thing about Rando is you've got so many choices to make. And adding area into it just makes that many more choices.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, it made sense in my head.
No, it makes sense. It's just, it takes a lot of experience to know what options are both available and worth considering. Because, like, you could check Gauntlet, but, like, best cases, you get, like, a speed booster. And most likely cases, you get, like, an E-Tank. And that's not really helping, given that you know 0 upper warfare portals at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. Ace finds Croc, which is... I would say this is pretty darn near worst case for Ace.
So there
Unless
is what
she finds like a suit.
one major down here.
There's two
And a
majors here: the E-Tank
Okay.
and Grapple.
Okay, E-Tank and grapple. Okay.
Yeah. So Ace will be doing those. Nikplayer has found middle of Red Tower and is going to do the X-ray deboost to do X-ray, which is, in my opinion, just expected of the meta at this point. A lot of top runners now know X-ray deboost, and it's really powerful to get this extra major check in Red Bryn. But he did find middle of Red Tower at Main Street, which is kind of, I would say that this is like, with this portal that Ace found, Nikplayer's just way far ahead unless Ace finds a suit.
All right. What are your feelings on Space Jump?
Good item. Doesn't really change that much, but it does make escaping here a lot easier, and that's quite nice.
Nick, honey, you have Spring Ball.
I
You
would
don't
not
need
be
to ball
surprised if
boost up there.
I would not be surprised if he turned it off for
Oh,
this
okay.
trick. But he should have turned it back on because you want Screw Attack on for this.
And
he
there
didn't.
we go.
Okay. He just forgot. It's all good. Too much spring ball jumping he wanted to forget.
Nice green gate glitch there from Ace to get to this check here.
Yeah, Ace didn't have the health to get to the Croc E-Tank during the fight and live to tell the tale, so she will do that on the way out of Croc. And then there's a barrier suit! Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's
So
huge.
the real hope is that now Ace can do all these minor checks and hopefully get enough ammo to kill us Ridley. Like, if she can kill the Ridley now, that is very close to game winning, I would say. It is just extremely powerful to never have to come back to this ship into dead end ever again. Because Nick is still going to be hoping to find the back of ships somewhere, or to I guess Nick could do back to front east or something. That would be fine.
Okay, so we have Kraid here, but it might not be Kraid.
Yes. Yeah, we've got Kraid at the tube. This could be any boss that's not Ridley, because they both know where Ridley is. Which in theory means that they can kill any boss. Dragon just isn't fun. Because you have to do a lousy ammo fight and then double spring ball out. But it's doable. It's better than coming back. And you get 2 majors for it. But yeah, this is a very powerful Varia suit. Because Nick is just never getting this for honestly ever. Because he doesn't want to come to ship looking for Varia because he knows Varia will not be in ship. The problem is Varia is at the back of ship.
Oh yeah, Varia can't be in ship because you need it logically to beat Ridley, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly. We've got Dragon at Kraid. So Nikplayer is just going to do this fight and be sad. And it'll be fine. He's got 19 supers. It could be worse. The problem is that Dragon hits like a truck because you have no suits. So she's dealing 160.
So he could take one hit?
Yeah, 1 hit, and then I think the next hit is death, even though he has reserves, because of how reserve iframes don't work.
What? Something in a game this old doesn't work the way it should?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, reserve, your iframes run out during the reserve auto refill, and then your iframes have run out by the time you've refilled a full tank, and then Dragon's inside your hitbox, and you don't have reserve, and you only have 100 health, and then the next frame you're dead.
Okay.
But that's okay. Yeah, didn't get spanked there, which is big win. Ace is going to not attempt Ridley, which is very reasonable. This is not a doable Ridley fight. I don't know what other matter checks are available to her, but
yeah, because you either need charge or a heck of a lot more supers. and
Yeah.
power bombs.
This is equivalent to 20 supers, the ammo she has, plus the 5 power bombs, which is not
And you
enough to
need like
kill.
you need
You need,
what? At
yeah.
least 30?
You need 18,000 damage, which is 30 supers
Okay.
just by itself. And Nikplayer gets an ice beam behind Dragon, which is quite a powerful item. But
Adding
yeah.
Ice Wave Spacer just needs charge for that PRKD beam.
Yeah. He's currently playing for ammo though, so probably isn't too worried about charge. Really just worried about the lack of suits in his path.
Nice double
But,
spring
yeah.
ball jump there from
Yeah,
Nick to
very
get
nice.
out.
He hit both of those first try, I think. Very finicky trick. There's like the timing on the first spring ball jump is pretty precise, so good on him for gaming. Ace is going to do Lone Warfare. Yeah, yes, this makes sense. Yeah, she can do every boss here, and she doesn't know where either Crate or Turian are though. She knows where Crockett.
Excuse me. I'm so sorry.
Sorry,
I sneezed. I'm sorry.
I think Discord covered it mostly.
Oh, good. Phew.
But yeah. So Ace is. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to ask, how many E-tanks are we looking to hopefully find, at least minimum?
In general?
In general. For like Ace, I know it'll be a little bit less.
Yeah.
Because they have that Varia.
Yeah. Ace is probably a happy camper just on what she has right now.
Okay.
Maybe like wants like 1 or 2 more, but with this loadout and screw attack for Lone Warfare, you're pretty happy. Nick wants, knowing Ridley's not home, wants like 6 or 7 plus 1 and some CFs for LN. Because he knows he's going to be doing back to back. Since he knows where Crate and Turian are, and he knows where the back of LN is. So he can do the LN from the good, from the good route, and he can also not worry about having to deal with Ridley, which is a huge boon when you're thinking about how running Lone Warfare. Is just having a boss that isn't also dealing you heat damage is extremely helpful.
So looks like Nick has found Upper Norfair.
Yes.
There's quite a bit here, but you do have to, without that suit, he's gonna have to do some farming because there are quite a few heated rooms in this area as well.
Yeah, this is really unfortunate for Nick. These are basically his best portals. Down at the bottom right tower. Like he took care of the crate, got what he could. But he basically needs to do this because he found both Chronic Boost and Signal Chamber. So his best way out of this little area is doing these checks and then doing Croc Door. And then going up to Business Center, I would guess. He does also have Ice Wave Spacer. Well, his Wave Spacer is the relevant part. So he can do Speedless Speedway if that's the thing he wants to do and get to Business Center just by going through Frog Speedway, even though he doesn't have speed.
Ooh,
well, he has speed now.
Speed.
That is quite a good item. In general, I would say speed is the third best item in the game, but Morph not counting because Morph is going to be early. But suits are best, and then speed is really good. But Ace is making her way to the LN boss here, so we know it'll be Crate or Fantoon. She thinks it could be Dragon 2 because she hasn't seen it.
Yes.
And then I'm wondering how Nick is going to handle this. He could just elect to skip wave. And I think that's fairly reasonable. I don't know how I feel about it.
Oh, it's great. Okay.
Nice. So yeah,
nice,
this is
easy boss with this loadout, especially.
Yeah. I was gonna say very trivial fight, but unfortunately, if you shoot the super a little early, then it's less trivial. Oh, and Nick finds the double jump and turns it down because he's got space. Let's go. For those who don't know, double jump is a custom item from Dash Recall that was kept in for these settings because it's a fun little addition. Makes your life a little more interesting, I guess. Adds a little bit of spice to life.
Like one extra jump, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it does? Okay.
Yep. Not all trackers support it, so there's an icon on the top right that shows up if you have double jump.
Okay.
But Nick doesn't want it or need it, doesn't need to spend the 7 seconds in the fanfare. So, turns it down. And does have a CF, which is very nice. So he's going to do Wave Beam. And then if it's not an E-Tank or Varia, which we know it will be Varia, then he can choose to either reset or just CF. I was going to say he was going to go to the Wave Beam room, but he's going to play it safe and just take a CF now, which is reasonable.
Okay, so let's say it's Gravity. But Gravity in Randos doesn't give the heat protection like it does in Vanilla, correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Gravity in Vanilla is God Suit, but in Rando it got significantly nerfed. I am worried a little about Ace's power-up count. I think we're fine because we have Screw Attack. Yeah, we have Screw and Spring Roll. We're good. We have 1 to spare. Okay, I'm no longer worried. That's just, 5 power bombs is just no fun to play with. But does look like we're going to be going out the front of LN, which is... Are we? We did not save. What's happening? Are we going out the back?
Know. I don't know what's going on.
Listen, I'm trying to read into Ace's mind, but Ace's mind is 5 minutes ahead of me because of stream delay. That's my problem.
Yeah.
I'm kind of kidding. But yeah. Okay, so Ace is not going to do front of LN. Which...
Okay.
I don't really know what her portal knowledge situation is. I just know the aggregate portal knowledge. Okay. I do like this from Nikplayer. Nikplayer is going to do the items and then the portals. Specifically the Business Center items, then he'll do the Business Center portals, and then he can go through Croc Speedway and get to the Croc Door portal, which is the last portal in Upper Norfolk for him. And that will also put him very close to the Chronic Boost portal, which is his ticket back to Red Bryn and not being in heated room area.
X-Ray can do some fun things, but I don't think that any of it is in logic.
Not much of it's useful. The biggest thing is microwave, but everything else is like, woo, I have X-Ray. I have to use item cancel more. Not really a big ticket item. Grapple is way more useful.
Grapple is a great farming tool.
It's great for that.
Plus,
it's great for escaping.
With, Suitless Meridia too.
Yeah. The big thing Grapple does, even though we don't have it, is it lets the runners get out of Dragon. Which is a pretty big deal, I would say. Okay. Back to the race. So Nikplayer's doing Ice, which is actually kind of tight without popping his reserve. I think he should be fine, though. Yeah, he'll be fine. Just needs to pop his reserve, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Can either reset from here, or... Oh, gets an E-Tank. Very nice.
Oh, or just get an E-Take.
Yeah, those are the best case scenarios, where like you're ready to Crystal Flash, but you get an E-Tank and you don't need to spend that ammo.
Which
Ace
in turn saves all
is
that farming time.
thinking we got to do mode. Ace is doing these East Creature area portals that Nikplayer did like an hour ago.
Okay.
What's happening? Oh, Ace needs to cross mode somehow and is thinking about how best to do it. This is a lot more reasonable think than I thought we were having. My bad. I'm sorry, Ace.
Okay, so we're getting the moat check from Ace, and Nick is
doing the Business Center. We know this portal for Ace will be Turian because Nick checked it. Let's go! It's double top of Red Tower.
Okay.
Okay, this map is interesting. Oh, Nikplayer just doesn't need to check any more portals. He knows all the things. No, he doesn't. He doesn't know back of ship. He doesn't know where back of ship goes.
Yeah, he
Or he
hasn't seen
doesn't.
Croc.
Yeah, he doesn't want to know where back of ship goes though, because the portals that are left for Nick are top of west, Croc, back of east, Croc door, and front of LN, and Croc itself. And it's like you have the knowledge of all the good portals in totality. So I guess Nick is just Nick is realizing that there are no good outcomes left for him.
So
Yeah. Go ahead.
we haven't seen Gravity yet. Where could that be? Can it be in Meridia, or would that be?
Yeah. There are two locations in Meridia where it could be that, which are Mama Turtle, which I think Nick is doing now, and Botany Tank. That's it. It cannot be behind Dragon or in left sandpit or Shack Tool. Let's go. Nick is going to do the is either going to do a double spring wall healer or is going to do the slightly faster but trickier fish freeze single spring ball.
Well, he's got ice turned off, so
yeah, he might turn ice on this next pause though. No, it's just going to be hit with fish. Okay, never mind. Okay, so Ace is not doing the spring wall jump. So she has a ton less portal knowledge than Nick right now. But does have that Varia and the extra boss. Even though she does need to come back to the ship. And Nick gets the double spring wall again. Very consistent with these. This is really impressive to see.
Alright, let's see what the mama is hiding from us today.
Okay. I think we saved in Red Tower, I would assume. That's important.
Oh, charge.
Charge is pretty good.
So it looks like Ace is choosing to do this gauntlet play.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the best thing that we know can be available for her here is Plasma. And even if it's here, it's not really all that good in terms of progression. I guess, well, in her mind, it can. I guess Grapple is pretty good for her. And also Speed or like Speed, Ice, Grapple, Charge, even Space is good. She knows it can't be Gravity. This might be the wrong file. Ace, you loaded the wrong file. You have a 20-minute file at ship.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. This is not Poggers. Okay.
I think she realized.
Okay, she realized. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
On the menu, it's really nice. Dash actually defaults you to your most recent save. And Ace was like, well, I started the game in file A, so my recent save is going to be in file A. Why am I on file B? So she loaded file A and then was surprised when it wasn't there, which is completely reasonable. It's just not how Dash works. Okay, so Nick is doing top of west out of logic, looking for Croc, I think. Which is reasonable because the other stuff he has that he can check for majors are just really bad. I'm pretty sure at this rate, Grav is either going to be like Boston E-Tank, or it's going to be at like
could it be behind
Screw
Ridley?
Attack. No, because Ace checked behind Ridley. Like sure, it could, in theory,
like
absolutely.
at vanilla grav suit. Could it be there?
Oh yeah. Grav can be in all of ship. That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot Ace hasn't done any of ship. So that's the problem with what's happening is Nick is going to check all these portals and hope that they're Croc. And he's never going to find Croc, and he's never going to find back of ship to take him to ship, because back of ship is Croc. I guess we actually do have full map between the two runners. Oh, Ace is doing. Oh my gosh! Ace is
the
doing
other
front of LN.
entrance. Yeah.
Oh, I guess Ace picks this over dropping down west. They're both one portal, but this just feels so bad. This could give her gravity suit though at screw attack. We're just pulling this.
I forgot about the reverse. This is amphitheater, isn't it?
Yep, this is amphitheater.
Yeah.
This is the reverse acid dive. It's kind of tricky, but she has more than enough health to make it happen. It's just a little scary.
Oh, we're gonna check Mickey Mouse missiles.
Yeah.
Those are kind of handy to have in Ace's situation.
Yeah, second power run pack is really nice, even if it's this late. Just never gonna
This
complain
room
about.
is so scary. I don't care if you have screw attack or not. It's still scary.
It is, especially when these guys are like hitting for 80 damage. It is not a fun room. I actually had I think it was like a practice race the other day where I was like going through the bottom of that room and I messed up my one tap. And
is Ace checking GT?
She's checking screw attack, which is a lot better than fighting GT.
Oh, okay.
We are not fighting GT. I don't think. If I were a betting man, I would put money on there are 0 GT fights in the entirety of the tournament.
Okay. I guess with Green Gate Glitch, you wouldn't need to.
Yeah. Green Gate Glitch is too good. And this is never going to be your first super. Because if it is, that is one heck of a unicorn seed. If your first super is at GT. But Ace is going to find Crocdor here, which is going to be a really interesting place for her to be in. Nick is just really sad about now discovering that I think he is last locating his progression at... No, he's not. He could either have his progression be at Croc behind back of ship, or it could be a Boston E-Tank. Which... I guess Meridia Boss is either Crater or Fantoon, and he has the stuff to do it. I think Nick just goes East Meridia here. Just because he knows he can kill that boss, it's just not ideal. We'll see. It's just really between Croc at the back of ship for Nick, which will have Varia, but I don't think that's what he wants to do.
If I've learned one thing about doing commentary for randomizers in general, is you can never really tell what a player's going to do until they actually do. You think one thing, and then all of a sudden they're doing something else, and you're like, oh, I didn't even think of that. So
yeah. It's very difficult to predict. I misremembered which portal was which. I was going to say, this would be a diabolical Lone Orpher play. But he did not want to do that. He didn't even ship refill. But Ace finds Upper Norfair, so she will have plenty of good things to do in her future, like all of Bubble Mountain and Business Center and all these portals, and she will be happy, except for the fact that she won't be finding a gravity suit. Nick is sad right now.
I hate to say it.
Oh, he's got waterway to do. That's true.
Okay. I'm like, he kind of seems like he's just I don't know, maybe it's the area rando and where I'm not as familiar with it, but it almost seems like he's just running around.
Yeah, that does, like, when you're in like a situation like this where you just have no good or convenient things to do, it really does feel like that. Like, I'm just running around for this one check, and oh my gosh, it's gravity! Oh
Oh,
boy, okay. So, Nick. Oh, this really
he looks
sucks.
like Donatello.
Yeah. This is it. Nickplayer sprite is from the hack Super Metroid Kaizo, which has a custom sprite for it, and the hack was made by a user called Green Samus. So
Oh,
you will
okay.
never guess why the gravity suit is green.
Never. Like, that
Yeah,
doesn't make any sense.
crazy.
Crazy.
But
So,
okay,
is this like Nick's go mode then? Like, is he just
this
gonna try to
is
beat
like
the game?
you can. This is Nick is close enough to Goma that I don't think he's going to go to back of ship that he knows is Croc for Croc alone and do second item Croc. Um, Nick just wants a bunch of E tanks right now,
Okay.
and by a bunch I mean like 2 or 3, and then
Oh,
he'll be fine.
get out of the acid ace. Okay. Phew.
It's okay. She has Varia. She's fine. she she's gone through worse things than the seed. Um, yeah, this is actually a really interesting point for Nick to be in because I don't know when or ever if Ace is getting that gravity. I guess maybe she checks that before she does East, but she'll have to be pretty committed to doing Suas at that point.
Oh yeah, because she'll
Since
get speed here.
Yep, she's getting speed here, and the best time to do Waterway will be before you're going to like front of ship for Ridley and front of East for uh whatever the heck is in East Maria. We know that's Fantoon, actually, which neither of the runners know, but with their combined knowledge, we do know that the East Maria boss will be Fantoon.
Very nice full halfie from Nick there.
Yeah. Really game.
Um,
Um,
there
Good.
was an E tank at Batoon E tank,
Yeah.
so
I
I'm
think he's
assuming
skipping
Nick will
that.
pick that up on the way back.
Yes. I
Okay.
am hypothesizing that Nick is hoping that this is Kraid that has Varia and will pick the E-Tank up on the way back if this is not Varia. Which obviously it won't because Fantoon doesn't have an item behind him. But I guess he does that and then he farms a bunch for the Ridley and then he can do the Ridley. And then I guess he just has to deal with Lower Warfare, which is the downside of dealing with Lower Warfare is it's right here. So like you want to check left sandpit, and then this will like at best be like 6+2. Yeah, he has 2 reserves because he had the early one and the one at wave.
So looking at the items that are left, I wouldn't even check wreck ship. The items that killing that boss will open up.
I think you do.
You do? Okay.
So the reason why is in Nick's situation. Let's fast forward 10 minutes from Nick's position. He has killed Fantoon. He has done the stuff in East. He's done left sandpit, hoping that it's Varia. It won't be. He has gone direct ship. He's killed Ridley. He is on, let's say, like I think like 6 or 7+2. So obviously, top of ship doesn't exist because top of ship never exists in this mode. That's just how it works, unfortunately. I think you definitely check behind Ridley, and you probably check right super because even though you know they can't be
Okay.
Varia, it's even more likely that in that scenario that they are E tanks, which you desperately want for doing lower warfare.
So
So
there's that one super that you pick up in the speed run after you kill Fantoon. The
yeah,
left super?
the left super is a minor, and the right super is actually
Okay.
changed to be a major for balance reasons. It was
Okay,
actually
okay.
it was actually changed in a very old, like, I think it originates from 2017 Rando, which is like the first Rando that was competitively raced for a very long time.
Okay.
Um, which was made in, you'll guess it, 2017. But
What?
it was like that was like the vanilla map major minor area, the vanilla map major minor rando that everyone knows, like base Super Metroid rando. So that swapped High Jump E-Tank to be a minor and Wreck Ship Bright Super to be a major. And those have basically stayed through every iteration of major minor shuffle.
Okay.
Which is good. It's a good set. But yeah, so I think, so it's like Spooky is a minor, Left Super is a minor, Right Super is a major. I guess if you're iffy, you could check Wreck Ship E-Tank, which is also a major. But I don't think Nick will. I think Nick's just going to do this check and get his E-Tank. Oh, maybe he resets it if it's like something he doesn't like, but I think the only thing he's resetting is Reserve 3.
Okay, so with having Dragon and Ridley left, if you... Oh, wait, no, he's got Dragon down.
No, yeah, he's got Dragon down. I just didn't track it.
Okay, so he only has Ridley left. Do you pick up Plasma?
The Plasma
If it's
item?
Plasma.
Oh, if this is
Yes.
Plasma, absolutely you keep it. Very good chance that you're doing stand-up, since you're doing very less lower warfare.
Okay.
So Plasma saves a bunch of time on that. Plasma also saves a lot of ammo grief on Ridley if Plasma were here. And that's very nice because then you get to have extra supers for lower warfare without having to go back to the ship, which I think is just what's going to have to be done here. Or is Nick going to just do Plasma here? Interesting.
That's an out of the way check.
It is very slow. I guess it could be worse because in area rando, the way the map works is the west exit from the sand halls. In vanilla, it goes to like the area with the gate and the exit to Redbrand. In this area, it actually wraps around back to the room east of Aqueduct. That's like under Botchin E-Tank that you see in low percent ice.
Okay.
So it's a pretty convenient exit if that's where you want to go. But
So
Nick is going to do this extra check, hope it's fair, and he will be disappointed.
Bombs.
Honestly, it could be worse. I think third reserve is worse than that because, well, he's not keeping them. But bombs are quite nice for very less than warfare because they let you keep your power bombs for crystal flashes.
True.
Which is quite a good thing to be able to do. I should keep up with my tracking that I'm not doing.
I'm distracting you with questions. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'm being distracted with this epic race.
I do have a just general question. What is that little icon on Nikplayer's side below the area info?
Yeah. So that icon is the gravity heat reduction item. It's a setting in Dash that's not turned on, so it's grayed out because it's not on.
Okay.
But it exists, so the icon is there to say, hey, this setting's not on. Don't count on it. It's very useful for mystery seeds where you don't know what the properties of gravity will be until you pick it up.
Okay. And then I'm assuming the number in that box is the damage output for their beam combo?
Yes, specifically a charge shot.
A charge shot, okay.
Yep. And then the icon on the AceZer screen below, in the bottom left corner of that area, is
that's that
the double jump icon.
Double jump. Yeah.
She did pick it up.
She hasn't found the space jump yet. That's why.
No, she did. It's grayed out because she has double jump and then she picked up space jump afterward.
Okay.
So it's like you have double jump, but it's not being used because you also have space.
Gotcha. Okay, I see that now. Okay.
Okay, so Nick is out of Green Britain, is very likely going to go just kill Ridley now. Yeah, the problem with this is just Nick gets to do such an efficient route in the end game because of he has to do east and then do ship, and Ace just spends so much time doing LN early and then going out the front. But I don't know.
Okay, tracker person, Nick has Fantoon and Ace has Kraid.
Yeah. So the way the boss tracker is actually accurate. The way it works is it's tracking the areas, not the actual bosses that they killed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, wait a minute. They've
I
got
think
those done.
We've got them done, but it's okay. Yeah. So now, once he kills this boss that he's fighting now,
you'll turn off Fantoon.
I'll turn off Fantoon because he killed the ship boss.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Yeah. It's a lot more useful to have the info of which area bosses have they killed rather than just which bosses
they've killed. Okay.
Yeah. So this is really gonna be unfortunate. Ace is saying no to killing Dragon now, which is fine, but this Kraid is actually not great to come back to. Just because there are no fantastic portals that take her near here. So I think this is what loses her the race. I am surprised Nick turned down that grapple.
I wonder if it's because of the health issue, where they were low on.
I guess he pops reserve, but I think he still gets to keep it. Maybe I don't know. Surely he's not still hoping for Varia, or maybe he is. Maybe he is just going to back of ship. Because I guess with that knowledge, Nick knows Varia is at the back of ship. I think he's just done everything else. Because
I mean, we still haven't seen Plasma, but that could be the gravity item.
No. I mean, like locations wise, Nick has done every location that could be Varia except for Krog. But I don't think he's going to go get it. I think it's still slower, especially if it's second item Krog. Because now knowing that the grapple is behind Ridley, I think maybe I don't remember if Ice Clip is in logic or not. I generally never do it because if you're doing Shack Tool and Major Minor, you have other problems. Such as, why is the seed this bad?
Alright, so where is Ace heading here?
I think Ace may be doing top of west. Maybe she's just doing Mama Turtle. I think that's probably it. Nick falls into the Decora pit. No!
The pit of shame.
Tragedy. Oh. You also notice that in Rando, those blocks do not respawn because if you fall in there on no tanks, it is very sad.
Oh, I bet. There's nothing down there.
Yeah, and if the blocks did respawn, then getting out of there on no tanks with a spark is very tricky, especially if you don't have high jump. I don't think it's completely impossible, but it's very close. But yeah, okay. Nick is just going to have to take the L and go back to the ship and refill his supers, which is not fun, but it's what has to be done for the Solar Warfare to be possible.
Yeah, you've got to have that Crystal Flash ammo, plus the... I was going to say plus the Ridley fight down there, but it's not Ridley.
Yes. Yeah, this is actually a huge boon, having it not be Ridley. To the point that, it's an entirely different thing. Doing LN when you know Ridley is home, or even could be home, versus knowing that it is anything other than Ridley.
Yeah.
So, if it was Ridley, he would probably need, either Plasma or, 2 or 3 more supers at least, plus that grapple that he skipped. But he can just do it on this pretty comfortably, without, so. So yeah, we'll see how this goes for Nick. This is a pretty commanding position for him, though. Just he just has this one boss left.
Yeah, even without that Varia suit, it just seems like he's in a much better position.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Gravity is the better suit, because even if, like, all else being equal, just the two area, like between East and Lower Norfolk, you're not being slowed down in your movement by not having Varia here.
Yeah.
You're just taking damage, and that's what you get other equipment for. But without Gravity, you are moving slower and losing time in East. So yeah. But yeah, I will say, I think what really decided it was Ace was just stuck in the early game areas of like Lower Norfair, Criteria, the bad parts of West for a lot longer than Nick was. And eventually she had to go through to front of Lower Norfair. And that is just a very slow portal, and she took a lot of time in running around to go and do it, which was not ideal. But I think Ace will get the Gravity pretty soon. And then feel kind of silly.
I love speedballs, by the way. They're so cool looking.
Yeah, honestly, they really are. It's really fun. It's a really fun piece of tech. I can't lie.
Okay, here's Ace's Gravity.
Yeah, nice space jump. Keeping the momentum from not water.
That's such a rude location for Gravity, too.
Yeah. It's really not great. Just because of the whole, you have to go and get your speed and then come back here and all that. Just
yeah,
get sent through the run around and it's not fun. But okay, Nick makes quick work of Kraid at LN, and then we'll check behind this for an E-Tank, and I think it is. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. This will make escaping Lower Norfair a lot better.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think he even needs the CF at all. Like, I think this will have been done entirely without a CF, which is entirely due to the two E-Tanks that he had at Firefleet and behind Kraid, but still very impressive. Just
yeah.
Been moving cleanly and has a good kit.
So Nick just needs to go back to the moat to find Torian. Is that correct?
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, he'll just have to cross Criteria once he gets out of Lower Norfair. So he'll be at Torian at like 104, 5, something like that. Should be like a low 112, 13-ish. But this is definitely like more of a rude seed than some because of the weird early game. Just very, like, you find Greenbrand and you think you're having a good time, and then you just find a lot of bad portals, and then you're not happy.
Yeah, it did seem like the players had to run around a lot. A lot of back and forth.
Yeah. I do wonder how this race goes if Ace goes out the front of LN when she's initially in LN. Because I think that makes this race a lot closer. Because she'll be up a suit, and we are going to... Do you just believe? Yeah, we just believe. We make this. Easy. Never worried.
Ooh. Okay. I'm worried now that I see the health on
Yeah.
Nick's side. I was watching Ace finish up that Ridley fight.
Yeah, no, Ace had a solid Ridley. I was just like, oh yeah, we are actually in Lower Norfolk, and this health is not infinite, but does make it happen.
Thankfully, the ship is on the way to Moat. So.
Yeah. Well, we don't even need the ship because in Area Rando, when you go down the terrain elevator, you get a free full refill.
Well, okay, that's really nice.
Which makes your life a lot easier if your turn's at the front of Lower Norfolk and you have a very tight ammo finish or something. It's very nice.
Nick, please, don't die.
Oh yeah, I guess he is taking double damage because of how dash suits work. The way dash suits work is they're progressive, and basically what that means is that instead of gravity giving you 25% damage reduction, one suit, whether it's variant or gravity, gives you 50% damage reduction, and then having both suits together is what gives you 25%.
Okay.
So he is basically taking what we all think of as Varia damage values, but with gravity suit, because he does not have Varia. Nor will he ever be getting into the seat. This is a great room that is going perfectly.
I love Metroid rooms.
Honestly, me too. They're pretty cool.
They really are.
Yeah.
Like, when done efficiently, some of the best rooms to watch.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're very complex and I don't know, just very satisfying to do well, and I love them. And then they can also just be completely rude, and then you get grabbed by a Metroid, and then you don't have bombs, and you're very sad.
You get to lay 3 power bombs, hooray!
Yippee! Or better yet, reset the room. Yeah, Ace takes down Boss Moon. Is now going to be going to her third boss.
I've got to step away for just a moment. I'll be right back.
Excellent. Yeah, no, Ace will be taking care of this boss. Nick is doing a boomer skip. Let's go. Glad we're seeing more boomer skip representation in this tournament as the only boomer skipper left. No, actually. No. I think Ace will be going for full halfie, hopefully. I believe. Oh. Unfortunately, that down grab was too low. But doesn't actually lose that much time because she has space jump. So you can space jump across the room and not really lose that much time, like 4 or 5 or something. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the tournament spreadsheet, see how this race is going. How this race impacts their group. This group is actually pretty stacked. We have in the group, besides these 2 runners, we have Breakjake and P-Toil, who are both pretty good. The only match to be played so far is Nikplayer 2-0ing Breakjake. But I think if Nikplayer wins, if he wins this, then, well, this and the next race, then he'll be a really good spot to take the first seed of the bracket. Ace would really like to take the second race if she wants to have a shot at the first seed out of this group. But we were MB2ing it up for Nick. Should just be a few more charge shots since we're in catch up now with this beam. And we will now be doing stand up. Oh, we're not against the right wall. The frames! For those who don't know, if you're not up against the right wall when Mother Brain rainbows you, she will take time to put you against the right wall, but she will not start damaging you until you are up against the right wall, and then she will wait until the beam has still done 300 damage. So still very... Like, it's just a little time loss. A few frames, but time save is never a joke.
Okay, I'm back. I'm so sorry about that.
Welcome back.
Okay.
We had some riveting baby skip action of the boomer variety.
We had
pretty
Spring Ball
sick.
Baby Skip and I missed it?
No, we had boomer baby skip.
What's Boomer Baby Skip?
Yeah. No, if somebody did Spring Ball Baby Skip in a rando and pulled it off, I would never forget it. That would be the highlight of my life, I think. But Ace still has Cray to take down, so she's going to be going to West Meridia and then Red Tower from there.
Okay.
Which I am pretty confident is her fastest route to Kraid. Yeah, by a lot.
While we are finishing up Mother Brain here on Nick's side and backtracking on Ace's side, I'm just going to do a quick plug. This is the online portion of SGL, but Speedgaming Live is coming up. Tickets are still available. I am going. I believe MM2 is going. We would love to meet you. Please come to SGL so I can meet all the gamers.
It's really a great experience getting to play games and meet your friends.
There's lots of fun things always happening. Whether it's in-person tournaments.
Misremembering this portal.
Uh-oh.
Oh. She may be G3ing, actually, is the real problem.
Uh-oh.
She knows where she's going, but she has not completed the requirements to go through Golden 4.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But it is how it is. Nick is... I was going to say moving really well, and then he missed that... he bonked that ceiling. So he's going to be getting a 232 exiting Leodox. But I mean, still quite a solid time. Very good movement.
Yes.
Nick has really impressed me with how much he's improved in the movement area and the general decision making. Just, I don't know. I'll be scared to race him, and I'm sure he will.
Does Nick or Ace do any speedrunning?
I know Ace did some speedrunning in the past. I don't know what Nick's been up to, but he does have an SRC account. I can't remember if he's got anything on it, but Nick will take the first game in the series with an official race time of 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 30 seconds. And yeah, Ace will take the forfeit on seeing that, and we will be taking a quick break. So get some water, stretch your legs, do what you gotta do, and don't touch that dial, because in like 10 minutes, we will be right back on the same channel for game number 2 of this series. So we will see you all later.
Okay.